Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. Once again, you're not under the sounds of the voice of Kahan Tazadak. And I got the Elder Marty Mar here, and this is your house work. So it's been a while. It's been a while since we've been on. Everybody that's in the right spirit, of course, they would be here. And those that's not, they're not supposed to be here. Um, and so we're on the eve of what they refer to as Christmas, Elder Marty. And so we're going to go into some esoteric knowledge tonight on exactly what this hell of a day consists of. They call it, the word holiday means holy day, right? So we're going to go into tonight what it consists of. And, you got people, Elder Money, you got people that's lying to their children. You have them waiting up really late at night, and they're waiting for a big fat, so-called white man with rosy cheeks, supposedly come down the chimney and bring them gifts. So they got the spirit of the crumpets on them. And, too many adults, they chastise their children for lying, yet they teach them to lie from the start. They teach them to believe in things like reindeers fly in the sky, so-called Christmas. They teach them to believe in, the star that's on top of the tree. They teach them to believe in putting the tree up in general, paying homage to Nimrod, the sun god. So we're going into this tonight. We're going to look at it. And hopefully, we can save a few souls here, wake some people up. This is not my first time speaking on this topic. We'll try and go in this and, really wake some people up through the spirit of the Most High in Christ. I know some of you, you Israelites, you're celebrating this day also. You like to pretend that you're not. You're eating your pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, apple pie. You rush into the store. You was in that deluge of people that was out at the store today getting those last minute Christmas gifts, putting things under the tree, a damn mistletoe, silent night, holy night, around the young virgin, mother and child. What is this young virgin talking about? It's talking about Nimrod and his mother, Semiramis. That's the mother and child that you're singing to. So our people, I mean, you just keep getting duped up and following whatever, and you say, well, that's not why I do it, so it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter. So, we're going to go into it. And again, as you see, a lot of people have really stood in the forward, man. A lot of people have really stood in the forward, y'all should be. You see he was here. Same people, man. Same people, man. It's a damn shame, man. And when people think that they can lie to me, man, you got another thought coming, man. I see your spirit. And, all these people that's trying to play with the Most High is going to jack your behind up, man. I mean, it's better to be honest than to be a damn hypocrite, because that makes you worse. It's better to be honest, man. But we see you, and the Most High, the Supreme Allahim, see you, man. This is not about coming on here reading some scriptures and being entertained. This is about your salvation, Negroes. This is about salvation. This is for real. Anybody got anything? Hey, shalom, Malachi, Yashibin, Zara, Marty Mark. Anyone got anything like to bring out, man?
Shalom, Marky. Shalom.
Shalom, family.
Yeah, it looks like someone else in the chat put out the aborted fetus ingredient that's inside that vaccine. Eric sent it out to everyone.
Yeah. We don't want to start talking about that. That's what got me flagged the last time. So yeah, we don't want to go into that. That's why I couldn't come on for like a week. That got me flagged. So
yeah, definitely walk circumspectively, family. Keep both eyes and ears open and do your own research.
Eric needs to learn to keep his word, man. Eric put his word out there. He didn't keep his word. I called him out on it. With me, man, you got to keep your word. If you say something, don't say you're going to do something and don't do it. Because I hate a man when his word don't mean a damn thing. If you can't do something, don't say you're going to do it, man, because I'll call you out on it. My word is my bond, and my bond is my life. And I should give my life before my word shall fail, man. Because you're going to be judged for everything that comes out of your mouth, man. No one gets a pass, man. Something come out of your mouth, you keep that word. And excuses, the Most High don't deal with excuses. You say it, you do it. Otherwise, keep your mouth closed.
Yeah, I put out.
You got anything?
I was gonna say I put out there already today that Jeremiah 10 to a lot of folks so they can see what it is for themselves. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out. No, that's all I got. Peace, fam.
Yeah, the Jeremiah 10 is just a brink of it. You know what I mean? About the tree. It's way more to this than just tree, man. You got the crumpets and all that nonsense that our people are into. What you got, Zara? You got anything?
No, nothing much. You know what I'm saying? But people kind of they still iffy and on them pagan holidays, man. Because it's like they raw Israelites and really until it come down to this,
Come.
and they got the same excuse. I mean, and it's all about they family. They want to be close to their family and blah 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 blah. But you got to stay strong during these times right here. Anyway, we have our own high holiday. So you see your family any other time of the year. Y'all can always cook. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to cook. You know what I'm saying? Just on this specific day or give out gifts on this specific day. And Valentine's Day come up soon, or it's gonna be hell if you don't get your wife a box of chocolates and a gift on that specific day. It's just it never fails. And what kills me, we're doing a pandemic right now,
Come.
and people are getting kicked out of their damn houses.
Come.
Everything is going on with that, and these people are still gonna break their neck. They waiting for that damn stimulus check to come just to buy some damn Christmas gifts and all kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous, man. But that's all I want to say. Shalom, brothers. Shalom, sisters and brothers online too.
Come. So, as you all know, tonight is so-called December the 24th. Tomorrow begins the winter solstice. That's what essentially that's one of the things that you're worshiping, right? And so, December the 25th, it's been someone's birthday for over 4,000 years, and it's not Hamashiach's. And this man, he was the first so-called king on earth. He built the tower called Babel, and he became the first mighty one in the earth, so-called God man, as they call him. Now, this rebel, he wanted to shoot an arrow at Yahuwah, right? From the top of the tower that he was trying to build. And so he founded the worship of the host of heaven. And that is the worship of the host of heaven is known today as astrology. A lot of you Moors are into that. I mentioned with something. A lot of Moors are into that. And a lot of these Eves are into that. What's your astrological sign?
Your sign.
Yeah, I don't.
What's your sign? They always want to know that.
You say that. That's what I tell them. Hey, listen, I don't get into that. See, this worship of Mazareth, also known as Zodiac, right? That's what they get into. And Mazareth is animal-shaped star groups, right? Moors are heavy into this, man. They call it Moor science. They get mad when I cut them, man. They just do what, the so-called elders told them. They don't know what the hell they're doing, most of them. They get mad when I bring the truth out. So this is actually based on celebrating the rebirth of the sun at the time of the winter solstice. December the 25th is the winter solstice, right? Now, since ancient times, the solar birthday and all the symbols associated with the sun worship was practiced honoring the defecation of Nimrod. Nimrod became the template for all sun worship. That's what you Egyptologists do. That's what you Christians do. That's what all of you do. His name was babbled in the confusion of languages, becoming Shamash, Ra, Mithras, Moloch, Baal, Apollo, Cronus, Orion, God, Odin, Zeus. By the way, those of you that worship Jesus, that's who you worship. You call him Jesus Christ. That's who you worship him. Krishna, etc., etc. It goes on, and it all goes back to Nimrod. So his identity is occulted in the character Santa Claus. Ho, 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 ho. See him out in front of the store today. Big fat guy with a Salvation Armory sign saying ho, 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 ho. And his cheeks is red. Begging for money. Indoctrinating children's mind. And parents allowing their sons and daughters to stop there and take photos with him. Lying to the children from
Sit on his lap.
Come on.
Sit on his lap
You
and
know
give
his lap.
give old profane Esau, his old sexual immortal Santa Claus a boner. You know what I'm saying? You putting your kids on this doggone man lap.
Right.
You buying all these kids toys, and then got them thinking a fat white man doing it. That's why I tell them all. I said, y'all crazy as hell.
Come on. Another one of his names are Old Nick. Right? These children are programmed. They're like you. Most of you that's doing this, you was programmed in childhood. Now, the founder of the Satanists, Leas, they use maxim, right? The maxim they use was give the child for the first 7 years, and I'll give you the man. That's what they said, man. Their founder was what? Jesuits. So a day is coming when all mankind will be judged for causing stumbling blocks to the nation of Yasha Allah. So Christ, Maz, expertus, Greek, anointed, Maz, Latin, depart, missionary, adaptation, right? It visited Rome in the year 525. There was a man that visited Rome in the year 525. He witnessed Rome's fertility festival at Saturnalia, and he was applauded by it. So history tells us he modified the reasons for the celebration, right? The whole world now thinks of December the 25th as the birth of the Messiah. That's a lie. A revision, children are the target. Children are the target of this mostly. It's a commercialized holiday like all of the other ones. It's a commercialized holiday like all of the other ones. And they become accustomed to it from their youth. Here's why a lot of you can't break it, man. Even you that call yourself Israelites, they defend them. And they shun contrary view. When you come and you try and tell them they don't want to hear that, they shun it. And this is one of the things that prevent men from finding the truth. For they cling to their own opinion and their own habit. Let's get 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 4. They cling to their own opinions and their own habits. 2 Timothy 4, verse 4.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
Come on.
And shall be turned.
They turning their ears away from the truth, Zada. They don't want to hear this truth, man. They want to go in fables, man, fairy tales. Reindeers fly in the sky. Silent night, holy what night. They want to hear. A lot of you are doing that. A lot of you are doing that. You got you calling yourself an Israelite. You got your children's gifts lined up under the tree right now. The Most High see you. There's why a lot of you are not on this call, man. You out celebrating with your family. Your family say, hey, boy, I don't care what you're into, man. You're going to celebrate Christmas with us. You say, okay. Most High's not working with you, man. So they celebrate fables. We live by only lies, myths, passed down to us. You don't live by the truth. You could think of it as directly inherited from pagan fertility worship. from your ancestors. That's where they come from. See, Paul was concerned that his work had been in vain amongst the Gentiles, the Israelites in the Gentile state of mind. They were falling back into their old pagan traditions, just like you are today, man. And these special days, Christmas, New Year's, Easter. See, he called their formal pagan customs weak and miserable principles. You got Israelite teachers, you got pastors, teachers. They falsely teach flocks these lies and tell them that it's okay. Yahuwah is opening our eyes now. And abiding in his word is setting us free from Hashaitan's schemes. To those of us that truly abide in his words, man. He's calling us to come out of the mother of harlots, Babylon, Babylonian traditions. Celebrating Christmas is adapted from sun worship. That's the truth, man. You should tell the doc. I don't give a damn the reason you do it. That's why you're doing it. That's what you're doing. And all pastors know. All pastors know this, but they don't teach it. They don't teach about it. They would defend the pagan origins. It doesn't mean that anymore. That's what they say. Doesn't mean that anymore. Some will confess that everything Christianity practice is inherited from pagans, verifying in Jeremiah. Let's get Jeremiah 16, verse 19. Sun worship literally transformed itself into the thousands of all these religious sects known by many names, hiding its origin from the ignorant masses, because that's what you are. You're ignorant masses by policy of missionaries, adaptation.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
See, when we refuse to receive love for the truth, Yahweh sends us a strong delusion to believe the lie. Let's get 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 11. 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 11. What is a missionary adaptation?
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 11.
Come on.
And for this, because Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
And that's what you That's what you're believing. Hey, speak for a minute, man. This damn baby is really getting on my nerves, man. Hold on.
Con. Yeah, like they say, the Most High sent us strong delusions through like a lot of these Gentile nations, got us thinking that Christ was born on December 25th in the winter time, and we know by the scriptures of Luke, the 2nd chapter, that he was born during Passover time, but sometime like around in April or the end of March. And so have a thinking, if we don't do these things, that we're not going to go to heaven in the sky where the Most High and the angels reside. You know what I'm saying? Even though the scriptures tell us that our heaven is going to be right here on earth. And we say that in the Lord's Prayer. But I digress.
Come on. So a missionary adaptation, this teaching method, it used to shape the existing belief, the words, the symbols, the practices of a culture into different meanings, right? So this method served well to spread Catholicism. They use it to spread Catholicism. And this behavior is still reinforced and condoned as doing the so-called greater good. But from the viewpoint of Yahweh, is a scheme of High Shaitan to teach the tradition of men as a form of righteousness while abandoning the word of the Most High. Here's 2 Timothy's 3rd chapter. Another warning about turning aside to myths is recorded into 2 Timothy's.
Con.
Yeah, I definitely.
Peter tells
Con.
how false prophets among the people are also amongst you. And that should be false teachers who shall secretly bring in their destructive heresies and deny the faith.
You want it from the top? Second,
Yeah. Come on.
book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy,
Come on.
without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yah.
Yeah, so those teaching the truth in the last days are exposing the schemes of the devil, man. Getting the bride cleaned up. Christmas, birthdays, Easter, Halloween, and so on and so forth are all special days in the eyes of most people. Some of you celebrate birthdays, man. That's paganistic. And you're intertwined with very strong family bonds into these hell of a days. Yahweh forbids us to mimic pagans. I'll say that again. The Most High forbids us to mimic pagans. We've been duped. And witchcraft has entangled itself with our family bonds. We are actually abandoning pagan customs and explain why we can no longer practice them. That's what we should do. That's what we're supposed to do. Abandon them and explain why we can no longer practice them. This is what you tell your family members. We're accused of being hateful because we won't celebrate this. And they heap abuse on us. 1 Peter's the 4th chapter. It shows us what's happening, man. Let's get that. 1 Peter's the 4th chapter where it says, consequently, he does not live out his renaming time on the earth.
You say the 4th chapter?
Come on.
And what verse?
Drunkenness, orgies, idolatry. When it's talking about that. Niggas careful. Got all kind of different names. Look, Shaquan Kimball is in here, man. Shaquan, you better get your spirit right, Kim. Most I can put some stuff.
First Peter's the 4th chapter, the 3rd verse. For the time past of our life may suffer us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
Yeah, start from verse 2. Yeah, start from verse 2 on that one.
Okay, 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 2. That he no longer shall live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of Yah. For the time past of our life may suffer us to have wrought with the will of the Gentiles, when we walk in lavishness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. But then they think it's strange that ye run not with them to the same access of riot speaking evil to you, I mean, of you. Excuse me.
Con. Let's get Revelations 18, verse 4. When the Most High told you to come out of her, my people. Yahweh Shah uses the word to call his bride out of the teachings of the harlot mother before releasing his wrath.
Revelations chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice saying from heaven, saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye not receive of her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and y'all have remembered her iniquities.
Con. So, when was Hamashiach born? See, these tradition of men, they teach you that Christ was born on December 25th. And people came out to worship him. And shepherds, they came to worship the child. And the truth is far different, man. It's far different, man. December the 25th was a time of the Saturnalia, right? It's celebrated with the wild drunkenness, feasting, fertility symbols, the rebirth of the sun deity, Apollo. Soldiers knew him as the Marthros, the slayer of the bull, the zodiac, the animal constellation, Taurus. December 25th was adopted to revise the pagan festivities, the pagan festivals, into a Christmas festival, into a Christian festival. In 321 AD by Constantine. In 321 AD, Constantine reinforced Rome's vulnerable day of the sun, replacing the seventh day, the Sabbath, as a day of rest. Sunday is not Yahweh's Sabbath. Occult practices were camouflaged with these new interpretations, leaving the symbols and behaviors perfectly intact to this day. Marthros was a Persian sun deity, popularized by the Roman soldiers. They went full tilt Nimrod also. See, a 17th century Puritan public notice the observance of Christmas having been deemed the exchanging of gifts, greetings, dressing in fine clothing, feasting. That's what you're still doing right to today, man. Satan practices. Satan is the Nimrod sun deity. Santa Claus is a mispronunciation of Saint Nicholas. I'll say that again. Santa Claus is a mispronunciation of Saint Nicholas. You heard of it as Santa Claus. So in truth, Saint Nicholas never existed. The word is diluted from a similar myth. The Celts word feast is Yule. See how they have the damn Yule lore? The Yule lore is related to Nimrod as the sun deity, bringing back the light and warmth to the world. His birthday and other kings after him. They were the earliest forms of birthday celebrations. This is where you get celebrating the damn birthday from. You didn't get that from Hamashiach. This is where you get it from. See, most of the world goes by a calendar year, heavily influenced by these ancient associations with the king's birthday. Nimrod, he's all over that thing, man. And his mythology hovers near the fireplace of homes today as families burn the Yule log in the hope of his arrival down the chimney. See, the fireplace was a Roman's family worship place. This is why they have the fire. It's symbolic to going down to the depths of hell. Santa coming down the fireplace. See, the most important day to a witch is their own birthday. The customs to surround oneself with loved ones on this day to protect the celebrant from evil. Witches worship Mother Nature. Yeah, Esau talk, yeah, Mother Nature. Ain't no damn such thing as Mother Nature. What about the Most High? Mother Nature is their goddess. The Norse, Astra. That's the old term for Bible's Istra. You understand? The Earth's mother, also known widely as Esther. Esther. So we've inherited nothing but lies. And the pastors, they declare the Most High Yahweh's word is done away with. Most live as if they're pleased by doing these things, and as if they're pleasing the Most High with these paganistic behaviors, as if he loves the things. He once called these abominations. Nimrod's rebellion is also expressed in humanism, right? You got a lot of that going on today. Encouraging people to serve humanity rather than serve the Most High Yahweh. See, Nimrod's objectives are reflected in the rising world order, the new world order. So the man who invented Christmas was Nimrod. It's no coincidence that his arbitrary deities, which exist only in the imagination of men, were supposedly born on December the 25th. Horus, Attis, Zeus, son of Zeus, Jupiter, Ra, Tammuz, Hercules, Baal, Apollo, Krishna, and so on and so forth. Odin, Woden, Baphomet, all of these, man. See, the scriptural directives and calendars were disregarded, and the framework of pagans was adapted. And this is why you celebrate these days, man, causing great confusion. Sun worship became disguised as Christianity. The Pope worshiped the sun. The papacy worshiped the sun. They worship it. They have a sundial. Keeping everything in habit. Stuff was practiced by pagans, man. Sunday, holy water, all this stuff, holy water, statues, crosses, trees, relics, rosaries, pillars, vestments, scarves, domes. All of this is going back to Nimrod, man, and the sun worship. Well, let's get Deuteronomy. Jeremiah 10 verse 2, y'all should be.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, and the work of the axe, the work of the hands of the workmen with an axe.
Let's talk about that Christmas tree. I mean, this is when Zadok, they didn't have these plastic trees then. I'm talking about when my grandfather was alive. They would go out there every damn Christmas and chop a damn tree down, dragging it back, bringing all that damn stuff in the damn house. It's dropping every damn where. And sometimes they would nail it to the damn wall so it could stand up straight. They put it in a little damn bucket trying to stand it up straight and put all these decorations on it. All of it's paying homage to Nimrod. Decorated with silver and gold, putting a star on the top.
Verse 4. For they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers.
Yeah, so it doesn't move. They nail it to the wall so it won't fall over. Come on.
That it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not.
They don't speak, but the people feared it. Why did the people fear it? Because the tradition goes that anyone that wouldn't leave gifts under the tree to pay homage to Nimrod, the curse of Nimrod would come upon them.
They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good.
They couldn't do anything to the people, but the people Feared it. Let's get the book of Daniel 12, verse 4. Denial. Daniel 12, verse 4. It tells us in these end times, knowledge of the truth will increase. A lot of people learning who they are, man. When I first became an Israelite, it was hardly any people that knew what an Israelite were.
Con.
Yeah, a lot of people learning who they are. The knowledge of truth is increasing, but a lot of them are just fakes, man. They half real. Daniel 12, verse 4.
I was also gonna say after that I got a precept back in how the birthday can't be December 25th.
Daniel 12, verse 4.
Book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank.
Yeah, that's it on that. So those who practice idolatry, you will not be counted in the assembly at the marriage supper of the Lamb, Hamashiach. Yahushua has never had anything to do with Christmas on December the 25th. Men focus upon this and the ignorant of the masses. Right now we're in the information age, man. Ignorance is a choice, man. You don't have to be ignorant. So we could serve the traditions of men, or we could live by the commandments of the Most High. Go ahead and bring that out, Malachi. You're gonna have to decide what you're gonna do, man.
Just to back what TDOC brought out earlier about how December 25th is not even Hamashiach's birthday. Right here in the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 26. In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from Yahweh unto the city of Galilee named Nazareth to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary. And the angel came in unto her and said, Hail, thou that art highly favored, the Yahweh is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. And when she saw him, she was troubled, and at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salvation this should be. And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with Yahweh. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call him Yahushai. Now she was visited in the 6th month, being June, and if it takes 9 months for the child to conceive, 9 plus 6 equal, it will go into the next year. So Hamashiach was actually born around the springtime. So that whole doctrine of him being born in December, like the December area, wouldn't even add up to like what the scriptures were actually telling people. Like that he would have been a premature child, and that just doesn't make any sense.
Con. It actually tells you in the very next chapter, chapter 2, that they were celebrating his birthday when they went out to the Passover. So he was born during the Passover time, which is in April. That's in Luke, the 2nd chapter. You could read upon that in the 2nd chapter. So that's why I go to tell, Christian or whoever want to keep talking about some December 25th, like that's his birthday. No, just read Luke, the 2nd chapter. Like you say, Luke, the 1st chapter give you when the angel came. Luke 2nd chapter tell you actually that they was that he had his
and the shepherds
returned. They had his birthday
in the field, keeping watch over their flocks. That's how we know it was born.
Con. And then he turned I think he turned 12 or whatever he turned when it was in Passover in the 2nd chapter. So that basically gives you, right, bam, right there. It is. So Con.
Yeah, Noah, a lot of people, they're not gonna listen, man. Noah, he seemed like a nutcase until that rain started coming. He didn't seem like a nutcase anymore, man. Hey, Malachi, get Luke 2, verse 8. Noah didn't seem like a nutcase when that rain started coming. It kept raining and raining and raining and raining, right? And during this whole Christmas season, man, this sun worship involved sacrificing children, man. They would sacrifice children for sun worship.
Con.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 8. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And
That's
lo,
how we know it was in winter. That's how we know it wasn't in the dead of winter, because the shepherds were still out keeping watch over their flock. Some of you getting ready now, man. You can't wait, man. You counting down the hours, man. You got your children staying up late; they can't sleep. You got things wrapped in, Christmas wrapping and so on and so forth. You got the damn Yule log, the mistletoe. Ho ho ho! And some of you damn jakes, you
Mistletoe to kiss a hoe.
and you give all the damn credit to a big fat overweight man saying he gave you this. Then you'll get mad with the child if they don't believe it. Teach your children to lie from the start, man. Then you blame them when they lie. Then you try and chastise them, but just teach them to lie from the beginning. That's a lie you gotta unteach when they become an adult. Why teach it to them, man? Why teach them to lie?
but then also Tazadak, like there's nothing new under the sun. So allegorically right now, like what you're doing is kind of like what Noah was doing, and they're just gonna drown underneath the commercial law or the things that are already set in this programming.
Khan, Salakia. Let me bring out this quick precept to even bring home our point here. Luke, the 2nd chapter, verse 39. And when they had performed all things according to the law of Yah, they returned into Galilee, to their own city, Nazareth. Verse 40. And the child grew and waxed strong in the spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of Yah was upon him. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12, they went up. And when he was 12, they went up to Jerusalem after the customs of the feast. See, right there, it's telling you when he turned 12 years old, they went up to the Passover. He was born during the Passover time. Right there in the scriptures. Right there in the scriptures. And you can keep on reading down to verse 44 or whatever, or the whole chapter. It pretty much just seals the deal for that.
Did someone get that?
Yeah, he
Luke
read it.
2 verse 8. Okay.
Yeah, so this whole pagan origin of Christmas can be traced back again from the winter solstice, celebrated in Europe around December the 22nd and 4th. Now, prior to Europe, or should I say prior to England becoming a nation of Caucasians, they used the word Gila, right? Which derived from the word Yule, or the phrase Yuletide, seasons, right? To signify sun worship. That was during the time of the winter solstice, man. A lot of orgies and all that nonsense going on. Sun worship was significant in the European society, man. They don't want you guys to know this, man. During these times of year, sun worship, it was very influential. When the sun was up, they worship it. And then when the sun became shorter, causing a harsh climate, they worship it. They begin to worship what is known as the evergreen tree. You call it the Christmas tree. That's what we read in Jeremiah 10, verse 2.
God.
Why did they worship that? Because it was a tree that remained green during the winter. And then they're adorn it with these brightly colored bulbs, still to the day. And the bulbs, the reason that the bulbs was round, because they represented the worship of the sun. You don't even know what the hell you're doing. Your mom going out getting these damn round bulbs. That's supposed to be symbolic to the sun. Same thing in ancient Rome, man. They celebrated them in December the 17th through the 23rd. And in Rome, these services literally involved public sacrifices of young pigs that was offered on the damn altar to make blood pudding. I can't make this up. Go and check it out for yourself. They would make something known as blood pudding. They had orgies and all of this, man. Giving gag gifts, performing street plays, fighting, drunkenness. All of this would go on during this time, man.
God.
But the Most High warned us about that, man. Jeremiah 10, verse 2. And then, the Council of Nicaea, and the first Council of Nicaea in 325 AD was convened by the European, who was actually a black man, by the way, Constantine. Constantine was a known pagan, man.
God.
And one of the purposes of that meeting was to decide on the date of Christmas. They chose the date because it was already celebrated during this time. December 25th is essentially a pagan holiday. Paganism survived, man. So, I mean, this is what you're worshiping. This is what you're teaching your children to worship. And don't try to say it's harmless, because it's not. And one of the most prominent, again, symbols during Christmas time is the tree. These Romans, they hung fertility symbols on the tree to worship. Do you understand? The Carcass Cajun European worshiped the evergreen tree, as they was amazed that it didn't change its color in the winter. And they decorated their houses with anything green that they could find. Then they had the damn Yule log. And lights were of great significance to Europeans as they worshiped the warmth and the light that fire brought to Europe during their often foggy inclement weather. Then they had what is known as the burning of the Yule log. That's why that's involved in Christmas. That was a remnant of the celebration. The name Santa Claus, in real truth, man, it's derived from a Dutch word. It's derived from the Dutch name Sinister Claus, right? For Saint Nicholas, a 4th century bishop of Asia Minor, a German mythology. Santa, or Satan, all you got to do is unravel the words. Same thing. In Holland, the name was Old Nick. That's a terminology for the devil, Old Nick. The Protestants, they did a reformation of the name Saint Nicholas. It was replaced by the name Christ, right? Meaning Christ come. During slavery, what was you doing on Christmas? In 1882, with the Frederick Douglass slave, he relates when he was speaking. Frederick Douglass was speaking about what the slaves did during Christmas. He said it was used as a tool to pacify the slaves.
God. We was a Christmas gift. We was a Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another good book to read, if the viewers don't believe what's being stated up here, would be The Two Babylons, or The Papal Worship, proved to be the worship of Nimrod and his wife, by Alexander Hislop. That book talks a lot about like how even idolatrous Israelites were worshiping the sun, and it uses like a lot of scriptural references and stuff, and like where all of that stuff originated. Even the symbol that was brought up earlier with astrology, like the archer, the archer, whatever, the Sag something, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Despite all of this, man, you got some people that's under the sounds of our voice right now. They still, what they're saying, I'm still going to celebrate it though. That's what they're saying right now in their mind. And they know that they're wrong, but they're still celebrating. Especially Eid. Sometimes Jake don't want to do this. Zara, but he put so much damn pressure on him, man. She break his ass down, man. They disappear, man. They start coming to calls, man. Come on, man. You see what's going on, Marty?
Well, we could do it we could do a black Christmas and no. I don't do Christmas.
They're trying to put
a black Christmas.
They're trying to make sure it seem okay. You got people that shit on this call that's not here. What are they doing? What do you think they're doing, Marty? What do you think they're doing, Marty? Are you blind, Marty? Can you not see what's going on now? I called it, man. Stop trying to give people a pass, Marty. You understand what I'm saying? You can't give these Negroes no pass, man. You got to call them how you see them, man.
Can't do it, Marty. I done seen it too many times. You want to. I feel you on that. We love our people, but nah, they got some folks gotta learn things the hard way, man.
It's a different spirit moving, man. It's a different spirit moving, man. And they got these dudes caught up, man. It's amazing, man. I'm gonna hit you something, Marty. I told you, man. It's amazing what Eve could do to a damn man. It's amazing what the damn JJ could do to a damn man. She'll break him down to a damn cent like it's nothing. How you gonna let some JJs pull you out of the damn truth? I tell you, man, these young boys got a lot of damn stuff to learn, man. And they're gonna wish they had listened, man. You caught up into your damn emotions, man. You think you know something, you don't know a damn thing. You're gonna get jacked up, man.
They put that whippersnapper on them. They put that old whippersnapper on them and give them that sloppy toppy, and then it's a wrap. They start compromising. Well, baby, I'll do a black Christmas with you. You got a black Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's why it's important. You have control over your members, man, over your emotions. You got to be able to differentiate, principles and ideals. Because when you got control over your body, yeah, a woman will use you. Any one of them. And it happens naturally. Even if there's not even ill intent, it happens. Unless you check them. Bring it to their attention.
I had
I hate that thing, man. I hate a damn weak punk, man. You gotta be talking all tough and they end up being weak, man. That's what a bit in the book of Psalms 119:9 says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his ways, man, by taking heed thereto according to thy word. It's the word that changed you, man. When you start fall away from this word, man, you go right back into the world. Most High's gonna punish you harder, man. I hate weak guys, man. I hate that damn thing. You letting the damn woman rule over you, man. I hate that thing.
Because it's contagious. It make other women start wanting to try to find a weak man, and then other men, they turn weak. If they strong, they'll turn weak for that whippersnapper, man, and then it just starts a pandemic, an epidemic, man. And then you got all these E's. They don't want to even give you no whippersnapper unless you're a beta male simp. That's why a lot of these Negroes, they turn to a beta male simp just to get the whippersnapper.
Yeah,
they sacrifice their manhood.
She's sleeping with about 4 or 5 of them. She's sleeping with about 4 or 5 of them. Having sex with 4 or 5 of them. That dumbass. He think she's really into him. Simple as hell, man.
Because Eve don't know no kind of loyalty these days. You know what I'm saying? Because just like everybody's taught. Even the male kids are taught to hate. Black men. That's why they kill themselves. Kill each other. So they don't have no respect or loyalty amongst themselves. And the black woman definitely taught not to have no loyalty towards the black man these days. So she gonna have 3 or 4 Jakes, may have a Gentile, to, so they always think when they met with a Gentile, they think they don't made it or something. And so it ends up being that way.
Shame, man.
Yeah,
Shame
but
how
I'm about
is,
like you. I can't stand a beta male simp. A beta male simp, he just make it hard for a real man, man. He really does. Cause now every woman think that every man see, cause that's what they say. I want a real man. They say, how you gonna tell somebody how to be a real man when you ain't even known a real man in your life?
right.
You know what I'm saying? You want somebody to be your daddy. You know what I'm saying? You want to call a man, hey daddy, and you know what I'm saying, daddy this and daddy that. I'm not your mother. I'm not your daddy. You know what I'm saying? You got daddy issues. You want me to spoil you like the daddy you never had before. I'm not him, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your pappy. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not gonna treat you like you my damn daughter. I'm gonna buy you the damn world. You know, you ain't doing nothing to deserve it, but I'm gonna buy you the damn world. No, that's what your daddy do. I'm not your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Do something and you get rewarded for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your daddy, baby. I'm not gonna spoil you like your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Now, you gotta show me some loyalty too. They don't want to show that, but they want you to be their daddy, man. They kind of messed up in the head. And the man, he falls for that now. Okay, baby, I'll be your daddy. No, man, you got a daughter out there. Be her daddy. You got a son out there. Be his daddy. It's crazy, man.
Man, that's what stops a lot of us from staying in this truth, man. We're seeing it time and time again. Time and time again.
Isaiah 3:12 says, for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of our path. That's what's going on, man. Eve's ruling over you heavy, man. Heavy in the game. Heavy. And this is not no misogynist move, man. We're just speaking truth. Jake is finished, man. Jake is finished.
So he trying to let Eve tell him what a real man's supposed to do. Eve ain't never even had a real man in her life. Even tell you what a real man supposed to do. Come on, man. Quit being a simp.
Man. I hate that spirit, man. I hate it. Don't lie, man. You ain't gotta lie, man. Just keep it real, man. Why you lying, man? Because the lie is gonna be exposed, man. Eve is making these damn jakes. I'm celebrating a hell of a day, man. We celebrating. I don't care. He trying, Jake trying to teach his son and daughter not to celebrate it. He go and visit his mom. She got him gifts and all that. Nigga, because I want to. I'll call CPS. She'll treat a lie on him, Marty. I tell him you hit.
That's what a man.
It don't have to happen. All you got to do is say it. And that's a corrupt ass system right there, man. All you got to do is an allegation. And you going up the river, man. The chain remains, man. Then she'll be sorry because she can't pay her bills. Because that beta male simp was there helping her pay her bill. Then she wanted to come back. And that fool would take her back.
Yeah, because she's gonna ask him to buy her and everything that she can't afford to buy herself. She's gonna ask him to take her places that she will never go in her life. She could never go by herself. And he's gonna do it, and then she's gonna kick the nigga right to the side as soon as he do it. So she's gonna give her ass a kiss as soon as you do something nice for him. That's just crazy. Quit doing things for women that cannot afford to do it for themselves, man.
Careful, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? What time is it over here? What?
It's 6:27.
Hey, man, you better hide the screaming for your mom coming in, man.
Yeah,
she's gonna beat you with a Yule log.
Don't worry, she's only got a gas fireplace, so it's not gonna come out at all.
Hey, careful! How come your mom's a racist, man?
Hey, she wants to have it out with you about that. By the way, she
comes with ignorance, Carefoot.
She says that she's not racist because she used to date a so-called black guy, a melanated man, a former football player for the Ottawa Senators. I said, I don't think that's gonna convince Taz and Doc. I think you don't even.
He was rich. He was rich.
This is worldly.
Yeah. He got called out, Carefoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Just like Kobe Bryant. He got called out.
She's like, she's
like
saying,
OJ.
I'm not racist.
Like
I used to date
OJ.
JJ.
I'm not black. I'm OJ. I'm not black. I'm OJ. You understand? Until he realized,
well,
listen, man, you just another fill hand, boy. Going back to your kettle until I need you, boy.
well, I got this thing for you. I don't really need this. You need this. I should probably mail this to you. I got a crypto cold storage. This is just a crypto phone. It is it's interesting. Let me turn it on. Looks like this. It says Impulse, and then at the bottom here, look at this. So this comes off, and then there you go. Now it's gone, and then without this, you can't access your wallet. And there you go.
So that's an international phone too, then, right?
Yeah, it's got.
Careful be on it, man. Careful be on it, man.
So
yeah, I'm familiar with those.
Careful be on it, man. Carefoot's a sharp dude, man.
It says this on the box. It says
Carefoot, what tribe you from?
Is the new order. I do Mia.
Carefoot say he's an Edomite, Zach.
Mount Sierra.
Carefoot say he's an Edomite.
Caucasus
Oh, he
Mountains.
said he'll eat a mite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the name Carefoot. I was like,
at the same time, he said he's one of the Scots. I was trying to tell
one
him
of the what now?
Black people.
Saxon.
Oh,
Mary Queen of Scots was a so-called black woman. Carefoot. They teach you lies, man.
Hey, I was born into
Stuart.
lies.
That's it, Stuart.
Stuart's
So
son.
Stuart, right? Carefoot. You say you was related to Stuart.
You know, Edomite Masons stole all of their masonry from Moors. That's all I had to say about it. I'm not purporting what these other ones are saying. I know I'm self-aware that I was born into the frozen throne of lies. Like I'm not perpetuating that, but it is out there. So let's see here.
and so Carefoot, do you believe that you are? Do you believe that you are a Edomite, or do you believe that the Arab man is the Edomite?
No, all is the Edomite. Arab actually.
Carefoot, your connection's not good.
Yeah, you're breaking up kind of bad.
The connection keeps freezing. I think your mom might be internet connection.
Yeah.
I think your mom might pull the plug.
No,
Go in the room and see if your mom's messing with the internet.
Oh.
She pulled the Cat 5 cable out of your router.
It says I'm having trouble connecting. No. They're honest. I would start playing Christmas music and I'll drive you fucking crazy. My relations. Okay.
Hey, Raymond, what you got? Elder Raymond, what you got, young man?
I'm just getting on, just getting in and just getting on.
Just getting in and just getting on, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to get.
You trying to get the Christmas together tonight?
Your Your connection's pretty bad too, man.
All right, how's that?
You'll log might be blocking it.
Did you say you're trying to get your Christmas gift to send together tonight, Raymond?
Get what?
Your Christmas gifts together.
And he's snobby guy.
And I don't play that. I don't play that Christmas thing. I learned about that a time ago.
I hear you, brother. I hear you, Shalom. That's what's up.
If you know better, I don't get when people know better. Why don't they do better? Bring these curses on you and your family, man. And you wonder why you're all jacked up. Most I got you as a tail, not the head.
Yeah.
But they chasing the tail and ain't using their head.
Well, I take that back. I really didn't learn about that a long time ago, but you know, I got some clarity just here recently. Like I said, a lot of things I really became aware of, you know, listening to Todd. A lot of, you know, of course we all know there ain't no Santa Claus or any of that kind of stuff, but getting a real understanding of what that's all about, you know, coming to know that is Nimrod's birthday and different things. Yeah, we all know. I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's all about, you know, these people, you know, raking in this money because they strategically place holidays strategically throughout the year. You know,
now, you know the word holiday means holy day, right? The word holiday literally means holy day.
It's supposed to.
No, that's what it means, holy day. Or holiday means holy day.
Well, I thought that
the main ones are always at the end and beginning of the year. You got Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. That's at the end of the year and the beginning of the year to help boost everything on the end. Oh yeah, I forgot Valentine's Day right there. You know what I'm saying? They rake in a lot of money. They rake a lot of money in February. Yep, and then they rake a lot of money around the spring for for Easter. 4th of July.
Don't forget those. 4th of July. That's big.
They won't go to church unless they got a new suit. New clothes.
Yeah, that's big with the melanated people.
Yeah, and them Negroes in the damn field. Them Negroes in the damn field, and they celebrating damn the white man getting independence from another white man, but your black behind was in the field picking cotton. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll dress up in American flag outfits. I'm like, these Negroes from the head to the toe. They have a American flag bandana on with some American flag painted shoes. You know, and you know, with the American flag shirt and shorts. I was like, these fools is
you sure not lying either, because I seen it.
They be shopping in Uncle Sam, huh?
Remember Apollo Creed was dressed like that?
Yep.
In the movie Rocky?
Yep, and Rocky.
Yeah, I think that particular movie too was some mind control stuff too. Projection. Mental projection.
Yeah, man. Christmas, man. People get ready tonight, man. The stores was loaded today with the so-called coronavirus. Now, they talk about social distancing. The parking lots I went to today, Zurich, was packed.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I bet they were.
They were.
People were social distancing. It's okay because it's a commercialized holiday. So forget about it for one day.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make that money. They ain't gonna turn on that money.
They say that the coronavirus went up after Thanksgiving because so many people was traveling and intermingling together.
Hey, they're not gonna turn on that money on top. You know, that's the bottom line. Esau don't give a damn how many people die. As long as he get his money. As long as he get his money, he don't give a damn. Because they know as soon as they get black, if they give out that little stimulus check or a big stimulus check, they know them niggas gonna get it right. But that's why they trying to hurry rush it out next week. They want that money dropped off next week because they know they could get more money in between. I mean, they know like, oh man, people gonna spend it all right back to us, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give it right back to them. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad Trump might veto that thing. Veto it, man. Make him give us the real.
He hasn't until 28.
Oh, talking about Trump?
Yeah, he hasn't signed the bill for that stimulus check.
Yeah, they sitting it to him down in Florida. I hope he don't sign it because they need to put some more money on them, man.
Yeah, he hasn't until December 28th to sign it. He may veto it.
Yeah,
he was saying that he wanted them to give $2,000 as opposed to $600.
And then, you know, see, they try to play politics.
You know why Trump said that? Because they've been using the American taxpayers' money to send it overseas to experiment on animals and so on and so forth. That's why he said that. He said more of the American people's money needs to go to the American people.
Because they try to sneak that bill in there, like, all right, well, we're giving $300, you know, extension for federal bonus with unemployment, but they wasn't trying to back pay people the 16 weeks of the federal bonus that they haven't had it for the 4 months since the one that Trump extended for 6 weeks all the way up to September. So they were trying to sneak that in, not retroactive back pay the people that's unemployment, but pay them from December 26th on till if they back pay, everybody got about like $4,800. They had to back pay a piece on unemployment. Then they try to sneak it and try to lowball you $600 for a doggone stimulus check. I'm like, man, what? And give all that money across sea. I'm glad Trump stopped that joke. Stop it, veto it. You know what I'm saying? And hell, we got to wait till Biden or whoever get in office to give us some big money. Let it be. But damn, veto it. We don't want that little chump change anyway. They ain't doing nothing.
But the whole thing ain't number one big game. All of them playing one big game.
They playing politics. That's all.
Yeah, that's one big game against the people. They playing one big game. Like I told you, that's a mind.
We don't pay all that money.
Yeah, that's a mind control thing.
I think this whole
pay all that money in taxes. They can't get a doggone thing.
Those little twos and fews is nothing.
What you was getting ready to say, Ty?
Don't need none of that shit, man. I'm calling it up like I said. Hey, until you get your mind right.
And that's the bottom line, Marty. Get your mind right and you ain't even got to deal with that.
Those little twos and fews is nothing. Because you can dig in and get everything you want. You know, you should have heard what the brother was talking about earlier, man. Me and Tazi got talked to. See, he put this into operation the real way, man. You can dig in on this. See, you can work for yourself because people don't even fucking get it yet. You work when you work and you get them little twos and fews.
You fading out, Marty.
You perpetuating that little bitty money, man. You're perpetuating the conspiracy. When you realize you develop your own self and develop your own situation, and you can get what you want, man. You don't need that. You don't need the stimulus check. You know what?
No, not the stimulus check, but people that's on unemployment. They're self-employed. They had to shut down their business. If I work for myself, but I can't go and do this work because of the COVID, but I pay taxes. So that tax money I pay is for situations like this. You know what I'm saying? The stimulus check, I really don't care nothing too much about that. You know what I'm saying? But the people that's on unemployment, that self-employed and all that right there, they pay the same taxes as people that work for somebody, and they have to be off during this time. They owe us because you pay taxes. You pay for that. You pay for stuff like this right here.
Right. I blew the stimulus check right back to them. I blew it right back to them when they kicked me down that last time because I already know what that's about. See, that's another way of wrapping you up in that bullshit they got going on, man. You don't need a stimulus check. I sent it back, man. I'm serious. But once you understand how they coming with that, then you'll see you don't need it. You don't need it at all.
Well, it's a huge way for the international banks to come claw back your business later. You take all that stimulus money, and then they want at least 20% back, and you don't pay it. They own your business. So, and again, the taxes are for people who are either you're a federal employee, you work for the government, or you're in war reparations and there's a war going on. So that's the only time you should be paying income tax on revenue, which no one here probably makes any of that. You don't probably make income. You probably aren't a resident. But people are brainwashed by the public school system to believe that they are. So that's why they pay their taxes. And, you know, if they miss daddy governments calling, like knock on their door, bang, 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 I'm here to pick up your Velvet Elvis because you missed one of our income revenue federal employee pickup moments. And now you got to pay extra and we're taking everything now.
Right.
And now you're going to do felony crime.
Yeah, the whole thing with that is, like you said, you're contracting to be a part of the corporate entity system. That's the agreement. You know, even in operating a business and whatnot, and dealing with taxes and all these different things. That's a contract that you're contracting with the United States corporation.
You have to consent to being a resident. You have to consent to making income. You have to consent to making revenue. And if you stutter when they ask you over the phone, hey, did you make X amount of income? And you're like, well, you have to think about it. They got you. It's a mind game. It's a trap. And they got most people trapped. And then I think the people who are the most trapped are the people who take the stimulus money. If you take the government handout, you're doubling down on that contract.
Are you in Canada, Carefoot?
Yes, sir.
And so, how are they doing it over there?
Well,
like how are they helping the Canadian people over there doing?
So what happens is people call in and they say they're self-employed. Most people aren't self-employed, but people are claiming they're self-employed and that they make $5,000 a year or something self-employed income that is being interrupted by rebranded cold and flu, and so therefore they need a handout, and so they call a 1-800 number here, and then a check arrives, and then the CRA asks them a bunch of questions. And the CRA, that's the Canadian Revenue Agency, and I'm fighting them right now over just getting my trust open, and you know they want me to hand over my social over the phone, which I'm not going to do, but that's what you have to do to get the handout money. They want your social insurance, and they want you to verify that you're a slave, basically, and give them the social.
Is that considered y'all unemployment aid, or what is that check? Is that an unemployment check?
Yeah, exactly. It's like employment insurance on steroids. This whole COVID handout thing you got. I think it's called. They call it the CERB here.
Chairfoot, we need to digress from that topic. We need to digress from that topic, Chairfoot. The last time you was on here, I got flagged. That's why I wasn't on for over a week. Certain words is censored, and the spirit told me to delete that video that night. By the time I got up the next morning, the account was already flagged. So there's certain topics they really don't want you discussing here. There's certain trigger words that trigger them to monitor you.
God.
Censorship to its fullest.
Ain't it? That's crazy, man. Boy, you know they the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even type. I mean, you can't even type certain things on Instagram, like a comment on Instagram. Are they gonna? I mean, like as soon as you press send, the comment, oh, this right here just it violates the Instagram. So I'm like, what? I didn't even say nothing. Like, man, like,
right? There's
certain topics they do not want you to talk about. Certain words that you cannot, you know what I'm saying, type on. Man, it's just crazy. It's just like it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and probably whatever else.
Well, they tightening the noose as far as that the free speech is concerned.
Well, I mean, the reason they can enforce that because these are private platforms.
Right.
That's why it's enforceable. You're using their platform, so they have a right to dictate what could be stated on their platform.
Actually, I looked into this, and technically, they're not a private platform because if it was private, they'd take a membership fee. They're actually a public platform, and they get licensed from the government to be a public platform. So that means that if they interfere with your rights, in this case, freedom of speech, which is a constitutional right, which is where they're based out of and incorporated out
Yeah.
of.
So private means public, and public means private. Kirfa in the law. So they have, now stop me where I'm lying at. They have like a warning and an agreement that you sign, whether you read it or not, every time you sign up to these platforms. And this sort of thing is dictated in the agreement. In fact, one was actually updated on YouTube about, speaking on words about credit and so on and so forth. And if you violate that, they will automatically flag you because it's the term agreement. That's what it is. So you agree to this stuff. And that's a private entity right there. So you got to remember, man, like a part, they say that's a public part. It's not. It's private. It's private because it's owned by the so-called de facto. But they'll tell you it's a public part. But when you find out, it belongs to the so-called de facto state. And so you can't be in that so-called public part at the dark because you're violating their policy. Why? Because it's really private. So the public is private and private is public. That's why I've done a video on that before, because most people don't have the comprehension between public and private. They're saying that they're in the public, but they're really operating in the private from that aspect. These are private corporations, privately owned corporations.
What I'm talking about is Section 230, which is what they're using to be able to dictate how they can basically interrupt free speech on the public side, because theoretically they are private corporations, but they are still beholden to the public entity. And I find a lot of the way that they're interrupting free speech, like I just deleted my Instagram. I got tired of being censored. Like I make a post and all of a sudden I get an error. It's like I'd rather they just tell me straight up, hey, we don't like what you're saying. Like I'd rather just be a little less cloak and dagger. And that's how I feel about a lot of this stuff is. It's like I say something and all I did was repeat what they had like straight up censored the dude. Like he was saying, he went off about something. I'm not going to repeat what he said. And I know what he was talking about. And all of a sudden his microphone cut out. So I said what I think he said. And that's probably why you got flagged for the whole week, which is, it's absurd. They should get a lien. You should lien YouTube for this stuff. Like I'm actually tired of this. We are the people, and I'm not even American. I'm a North American. I'm not even a number. I'm not even. I don't have a say in this, but it's unacceptable that we have to be scared of them and what we're going to say. It's ludicrous, and it's not what this continent was founded on. It's not based on communism or National Socialism, which is what they're acting like it is. So I don't like that.
Well, on that Section 230, that was an exemption that was given to those platforms by the so-called government, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was based for smaller companies. Like it wasn't meant to be like the monolith that it is now. It's a communication. Here you go, right here, Section 230. And I just had it and it's disappeared. What the heck?
Yeah, they abused the Section 230, and that's why they're fighting now to
Communications Decency Act, Section 230, which protects social media companies against lawsuits against them for user-generated content. And so what they're attempting to do is, under the guise of protecting themselves, censor the constituents of the country that this country and corporation works out of, which is America, or United States of America.
The long and the short is, man, the only way around that is to get your own server and do your own thing. That's it. That's it, man. You got to get your own server, do your own thing.
I think I'm interested in doing that. Why not? I bought my own website once. I tried to host it. It's not easy to do it, but it's way more fulfilling. because this is like it's a huge attack on the First Amendment to act like they're gonna do you a favor by letting you use this platform and then say, oh yeah, but you're gonna have to pretend that you live in China. It's like, well, you're gonna attack my social credit. It's like ridiculous. I just wanted to say what I'm thinking, and what I'm thinking, I don't think it's really that dirty. The immunity provisions of Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act have important exceptions, such as violations for federal criminal law, wiretapping statutes, intellectual property rules, and sex trafficking, which I agree with. Like, I'm not even so, but they pretend that this is somehow something that they can have robots do for them, which is ludicrous. Which is a lot of the time you get flagged by, it's like machines.
Anyone else before we shut it down? Anyone else have anything?
I just wanted to think, what do you think atheism is better than paganism? Or is paganism more acceptable than atheism? Chinese atheism or Euro-Gentile paganism? What's the bigger demon head?
Oh no, but probably paganism and atheism, all of them. But I have one thing before we close out. One precept I want all the brothers and sisters to dwell on, and this is my precept. I call this fighting temptation. Let's go to the book of James, the first chapter, verse 12 through 15. Blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the master hath promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yah, for Yah cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away from his own lust and enticed. Then when lust have conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
Come on.
Fight the temptation, brothers and sisters. Fight the temptation.
Con. Yeah, I got a thought to bring out. Concerning all these hell of days, holidays, I find it interesting that, if you ever try to ask anyone that's celebrating them, who are you doing this for? Why are you doing it? 100 out of 100 times, it's not going to be for Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. It's not going to be for Yahweh. It's not going to be for maintaining the commandments. So-called Christians, all of them. And, and like Tazadak was bringing out earlier, it's generally the women that's controlling the men, because if you ask the men why they doing it, it's just like, oh, it's a family thing. And then you ask the woman, and she gives you all the reasons she wants to do it. I got a precept here at Romans. It's going to be chapter 14, verse 6, and it reads, he that regardeth a day regardeth it unto the supreme Elohim, and he that regardeth not the day to the supreme Elohim, he doth not regard it. He that eateth to the supreme Elohim, for he giveth Yahweh thanks. And he that eateth not to the supreme Elohim, he eateth not, and giveth Yahweh thanks. So, if you're really in this truth, and if you're really just paying attention, everything you should be doing is for Yahweh. We shouldn't be tempted, as Zadok just brought out in James. And you get so much more fulfillment from living this way, and it's the only way to get fulfillment in this life. Everyone else, we've been doing holidays for centuries, thousands of years. Everyone's still depressed. Everyone's still addicted to whatever they're addicted to. Everyone's still debtors, etc., etc. So, I mean, what equity is in there, And it's just a simple question, and all of them kind of just look down at their phones, start texting, fidgeting, like, oh, okay, well, happy holidays anyway. So, I just wanted to bring that out right quick.
Anyone else? I don't even know if I'll leave this video out, man. It's really hard to tell with these people now, man.
Probably get removed as soon as we jump off.
simply click the link below. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this to an end. We thank everyone for tuning in. We could go ahead and shut it down. And I guess, we'll try and do like a Shabbat service Saturday around 11. We're going to do the webinar at 12. So Saturday around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, I'm going to say shalom. Everyone be safe, man. Don't get that spirit on you. Don't get that spirit on you.
Peace, family.